All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about when I launched my company, particularly when we launched the app, we launched the crowdfunding campaign, and we launched our website. It was all at once, and it was about a year and a half ago. It was the summer, and it was hot and miserable and terrifying, and I decided that it's my first real act of like leadership to help what became a startup team, not something I realized I was doing at the time, but that I was going to help mold them and help them become a cohesive unit, because there was too much like mommy bird regurgitation happening, and I felt like they were getting a little too needy and dependent on me, and so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Italy for 2 weeks. Bye. And I got back about 2 weeks before we launched the crowdfunding campaign, the app, and the website. About 48 hours before I left for Italy, I, on a whim, did one of the many kind of in-the-moment entrepreneurial, like, let's see if this works out. It probably won't, but it's worth a try. Something had come into my inbox about the Forbes 30 Under 30 Summit coming to town, and they were having this pressure cooker competition, and I'm like, that sounds fun. I want to win a bunch of money. Let's do that. So I fired off the application and filled it out on my bed at like 10 p.m. Probably like, it may have even been the night before leaving. And I go to Italy. I'm working remotely and like emailing my team and not really thinking about anything other than like trying to eat as much pizza as possible and like keeping my team from like, killing me when I get back, and trying to maintain balance between letting go and holding on. So I eventually let go and enjoy my time in Italy, and about halfway through I was starting to get antsy. I'm like, all right, I need to get back. I'm ready to like launch this thing. I've taken my break. I want to like do this. I want to hit the button. So we hit the button on my birthday, and we start seeing the money come in, and it's like, okay, this is going well. And then we have our launch party, and we make some more money. And like a couple days after, I think, our launch party, I should look up the timing, but you can't hold me accountable because I don't remember, so it's not my fault if this is wrong, so we'll just go with it. Let's say it was like the day after the launch party. I get this phone call from this guy, and he sounds like a little annoyed. He's like, is this Morgan Berman? And I'm like, yeah, hi, who's this? He's like, I should remember the name now, but I think I kind of blacked out afterwards. He was like, let's go with Steve. This is Steve from Forbes. We've been trying to reach you. I'm like, what? Me? They're like, yeah, you. And I'm like, why? He's like, well, you've been selected. You're one of the 5 companies from around the country that Forbes has selected for the pressure cooker competition. I was like, no. This is Morgan Berman. And they're like, no, we know. We're calling you. We've been sending you emails and you haven't been responding. So they were going to like my spam folder or something. So it turns out that somehow my itty bitty little startup that had launched like 4 weeks earlier and was in the midst of our crowdfunding campaign trying to cobble together $20,000 was now in the running for like $500,000, most of which was coming from Steve Case, the founder of AOL, and of course Forbes. So I'd never done a public speaking engagement like this one, let alone one in front of 2,000 of the most successful young entrepreneurs and investors from around the world. So this whole courage concept really kicked in when it was time for me to literally put my hand on the railing of the stage and start walking up the stairs to what I realized was going to be the most terrifying and amazing, moment in my life at that point. So I got up there and I did my absolute best, and it was, an honest reflection of where my company was at the time and where I was at the time. And spoiler, we didn't win, but in hindsight, that moment, that baptism by fire was like the thing that has given me the courage to be able to have my name pulled first and not like turn into a puddle, or come last week to an event that I thought I was an attendee of, and then Anthony pulled a chair up in the front and was like, here you go. And I'm like, oh, I'm on the panel. Okay. So now that like I did that and I had to put my hand on the railing and like walk up those like 7 or so steps and get in front of those lights, now nothing scares me. Or at least nothing will ever scare me as much as getting up on that stage. So that's my story. We avoided the bell. Thank you.